Hi everyone, I hope you're feeling good. I'm here to show my American Girl book haul and collection. Just a quick background on how and why I started. I started collecting books over a month ago when I rewatched one of Conan's remotes when he went to the American Girl shop, and I just thought, these stories are really interesting. So without further ado, let's start the video.
So the first books that I'm going to show to you are the American Girl short stories, and these books feature the first 6 American Girl characters or dolls that were released by the Pleasant Company back in 1985. So if you don't know, the Pleasant Company is the company that manufactures these dolls, and these are the first 6 dolls or characters that they released back in the 80s. So as you can see here at the back, the time periods range from the 1770s to the 1940s. So we have Felicity from 1774, Josefina from 1824, Kirsten from 1854, Addie from 1864, Samantha from 1904, and Molly from 1944. And later on, they added more historical characters in the historical American Girl historical line, but these were the first 6 dolls or characters that they released. So I'm just going to read this paragraph here. At the end of each book, you can peek into the past and find fun historical facts along with a craft or activity to help you learn more about the American Girls you love. So if you want just like a quick introduction to the American Girl world and what it is all about, then these would be great books to start with. These are quick and easy reads. I think I only read them for maybe in just a few hours or less than a day. Yeah, so if you want just like a quick introduction or a quick background into the lives of these American girls, or if you own American Girl dolls but you don't have the books, then I think this would be perfect for you. I'm just going to show you one by one the books included in this collection. We have Felicity's New Sister, A Reward for Josefina, Kirsten on the Trail, High Hopes for Addie, Samantha's Winter Party, and Molly Takes Flight. So the next collection that I'm going to show you is a collection of books on a particular American Girl historical character, and this is Felicity. So Felicity lived in 1774. She lived during the Revolutionary War, and I love the drawing on the front cover of this box collection, and also love the drawing here and this one. I think this really captures I just love the drawings on here. Just a side note, I love all the drawings on the historical American Girl books just because I think they accurately depict the feel of those time periods that they represent. And so I'm going to show you the books included in this collection. So this book collection is actually a central series featuring Felicity. So these historical American girls, aside from the central series, they also have companion novels. If they have companions mentioned in the central series, they also have mystery series and the short stories which I showed you earlier. So I'm just going to show you one by one the books included in the central series. We have Book 1, Meet Felicity. Book 2, Felicity Learns a Lesson. Book 3, Felicity's Surprise. Book 4, Happy Birthday, Felicity. Book 5, Felicity Saves the Day. And Book 6, Changes for Felicity. I'm just going to quickly show you also the drawings on the back covers because I really like them. These are all equally beautiful. So yeah, so those are books in the central series featuring Felicity. So the next book collection I'm going to show you features another one of the original 6 historical American Girl characters, and this is Molly. So Molly is from 1944. She lived during the Second World War, and unfortunately this collection that I got is missing one book, the last book, and so I'm still looking for book 6 to complete this collection. So like Felicity, this is also a central series featuring Molly. As you can see, it's a slightly different layout or format than that of Felicity, and that is because this box collection is actually the original one that they published back in the 80s. So as you can see here, the drawings on the front and back covers are identical, but nonetheless, it is still beautiful. So yeah, so I'm going to show you one by one the books in the central series. We have Book 1, Meet Molly. Book 2, Molly Learns a Lesson, a school story. Book 3, Molly's Surprise, a Christmas story. Book 4, Happy Birthday, Molly, a springtime story. And Book 5, Molly Saves the Day, A Summer Story. So the next collection that I have features another character from the historical American Girl line, but she's not one of the original 6 historical American Girl characters that the Pleasant Company released, but rather she came much, much later. So this is Kaya, and she is from 1764, and that's right, she lived 10 years before Felicity's timeline. So Kaya is a Native American girl, and she is from the Nimipu tribe. I hope I'm saying that right. Nimipu tribe, or also known now as Nez Perce tribe. So what I really love about this is that I heard that the Pleasant Company made the effort to really accurately depict this character, and they really went to the Nez Perce tribe in order to capture accurately the culture and also the history of their tribe. And that is why I really, really love collecting these books, because I know that they've been made with the greatest effort, the greatest research and effort that the Pleasant Company made. So I really love that. So as you can see, front cover and the back covers are also the same. So I'm going to show you one by one the books in the central series for Kaya. Book 1, Meet Kaya. Book 2, Kaya's Escape, a survival story. Book 3, Kaya's Hero, a story of giving. Book 4, Kaya and the Lone Dog, a friendship story. Book 5, Kaya Shows the Way, a sister story. And Book 6, Changes for Kaya, a story of courage. So the next collection not only includes books in the central series for this character, but it also includes a mini doll, a tiny version of Book 1 of the central series, and a board game embedded into this box. So this collection features Kit. Kit is from 1934, so she lived through the Great Depression, but as you are aware of, for all American Girl characters, they persevere, they rise above the occasion, and power through all obstacles that come their way. So before I'm going to show you the books, I'm going to show you first the doll and all the other inclusions in this collection. Oh, for anything else, there's also a postcard included in this collection, and this reads, "Welcome to American Girl, where we celebrate girls and all that they can be. Discover books, dolls, clothing, furniture, and accessories that inspire girls to imagine their own stories. Request a free catalog today." I'm not sure though that this would apply to me because I live in the Philippines and I don't think that free catalog extends outside the United States and Canada, but who knows. And maybe also this might also be an expired postcard. Do postcards expire? But this is a cute postcard nonetheless. So this is the mini doll of Kit, and as you can see, I love the texture on the hair. I don't know if you can see it, but it's so smooth. And I also love the clothes because they really reflect the times of 1930s. I like the clothes here, but I actually prefer the clothes on the drawing on the front cover of the box. It also has a tiny version of Book 1 of the Central Series, which you can actually read. There are real words printed on this book. It's literally a tiny version. It's cute. Look how tiny it is. Yeah. Moving on to the books. It has a neat little white ribbon tied on it. So before we proceed to the books, we have a nice surprise here, the board game. So it's a board game, it's entitled Kids Favorite Things Game. I'm actually not that sure how this works. I haven't read the instructions yet, but these are pretty cute. We have the provisions for the cutouts for the die and the characters that we can play in the game, and also I think the items that we can use during the game. And you also have here the instructions. If you want to take a screenshot, you can do so. And this one, but I can't say anything that much about it because I haven't played it. I haven't read the rules. So yeah, but if you have, comment down below how it is. And so we move on now to the books in the central series featuring Kit. Book 1, Meet Kit. Book 2, Kit Learns a Lesson. Book 3, Kit Surprise. Book 4, Happy Birthday Kit. Book 5, Kit Saves the Day. And Book 6, Changes for Kit. So I'm also going to show you the back covers. Like the Felicity book collection I showed you, these also have gorgeous drawings on the back covers, and I love them very much, and I'm going to share them with you. The next collection that I'm going to show you also has a mini doll, a tiny version of book 1 of the central series for this character, and a board game. So these books feature Julie. She's from 1974, and she lived through the Peace Revolution. So as you can see from the fashion style, they really accurately depict the fashion in the 70s, and I love it. So before going to the books, I'm going to show you the doll, the mini book, and the board game first. Again, this has a postcard, but you already know this. So this is the mini doll of Julie, and she has waist length. The hair is already below the waist, but I love it. So the hair is also so smooth, and I love the fashion sense of the clothes. I probably like the set a bit better just because the clothes match the ones on the drawing on the front cover, and so I like it. It also has the braid. You also have the tiny version of book 1 for this character. So as you can see, there are real words printed on this tiny version. So let's open this box. Again, it has the board game, which is, I think, kind of similar to Kit's board game earlier, because the name is just changed to the name of the girl. So it says here, Julie's Favorite Things game. And you have, again, the provisions for the die and the characters and the items that you can use during the game, and the instructions, which are pretty similar, so I'm not going to show you them anymore. So let's go to the 6 books in the central series for Julie. Book 1, Meet Julie. Book 2, Julie Tells Her Story. Book 3, Happy New Year, Julie. Book 4, Julie and the Eagles. Book 5, Julie's Journey. And Book 6, Changes for Julie. And again, these have amazing drawings on their back covers, so I'm also going to show them to you because I want to show beauty and art in all of my videos. So there. The next books that I have aren't from a box collection, unfortunately, because I couldn't find a box collection right now for this character, but I do have the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th books in the central series for Samantha. And Samantha lived in 1904. Her stories are set in 1904, so she lived during the turn of century, during the 20th century. So I'm just going to show you the books. We have Book 1, Meet Samantha. Book 3, Samantha's Surprise. And Book 5, Samantha Saves the Day, A Summer Story. And as I mentioned earlier, the historical American Girl characters not only have central series, but they also have companion novels, short stories, and mystery series. So this is a mystery book featuring Kit. So that is entitled Danger at the Zoo. I haven't read this book yet, so I'm just going to read the summary at the back. Kit lands a summer job with her local newspaper. As she noses around the zoo, gathering facts for a kid's column, Kit stumbles into some strange monkey business. Her reporter's instincts tell her that she's onto something worth investigating, and she's determined to get the story. So, it's actually nominated for the Agatha Award for Best Children's Young Adult Mystery. I'm guessing the Agatha Award is named after Agatha Christie, the queen of tip stories. I also love Agatha Christie books. So this novel is actually a bit longer than the usual books in the central series because this book has about more than 170 pages, while the books in the central series only range around maybe 80 to 90 pages, so it's double the page count. Aside from the historical American Girl character line that the Pleasant Company releases, they also release Girl of the Year books along with the Girl of the Year doll every year. So they started releasing Girl of the Year dolls back in 2002, and they started releasing books for the Girl of the Year dolls, I think 3 years later. I'm just going to show you some books that I got. The first one features Nikki. Nikki is the Girl of the Year from 2007. So book 1 is Nikki, and book 2 is Thanks to Nikki by Anne Howard Creel. So next we have Lainey. Lainey is the Girl of the Year in 2010. So we have book 1, Lainey, and book 2, Lainey's Real Adventures by Jane Kurtz. Next one features Kanani. Kanani is the Girl of the Year back in 2011, and the books are Aloha Kanani and Good Job Kanani by Lisa Yee. So the next books feature McKenna. McKenna is the Girl of the Year back in 2012. So we have McKenna and McKenna Ready to Fly by Mary Casanova. Lastly, we have Isabel. Isabel is the Girl of the Year in 2014. So we have Isabel and Designs by Isabel by Lawrence Yep.
So there you have it. That is my entire American Girl book haul and collection. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're just starting to collect or you want to keep track of your inventory, I've created an Excel file to keep track of all the books that they have released. Keep in mind though that the titles in the file are only the titles of the novels. They don't include the activity and puzzle books released by the Pleasant Company. If you think that I missed out on any books, please comment down below so I could also add them to my file and I'd be able to also look for that. Hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.